right. Hey, everybody.
Hey, Robbie, how are you?
I am doing good. I hope I can be seen clear. I got rid of my green screen, although I have a green behind me because you can't see anything when I'm holding my hands up.
How you doing, Scott? Hey, Dominique.
Hey, Al.
It's good to have
Hey,
you guys
Robbie.
here, man. And yeah, so we're talking a little bit backstage, right? How much fun Minefield was. I know I had a wonderful time. And Dominique, we wish you could make one of these events one of these year.
One
Well,
of us try and make it over there.
You need to come. It's fun.
Well, tell me this, guys, that went to Minefield because I went to like 2 years ago. I went and I haven't been back.
That
So
was
I
my
guess
first time, Robbie.
I'm sorry.
That was my first time to any live event.
When me and you
Yep.
met there.
Yep.
Yeah, that was the first one I meant to. And guys, I've had some surgery, some medical stuff going. So for the last several weeks or a month or two, y'all haven't kind of seen our show or anything. I just didn't say anything because I didn't know how things were going to turn out. And luckily, I escaped and I don't have any issues anymore. So I have been off, feeling better now. So now we're going to try to consistently do the show every 2 weeks like we planned for before. I do have a couple things that I have not sent out on the last giveaway. I had a shirt, some stickers, and a light in a mouse pad. I'll try to get that sent out this week now that I'm up and about. And if we can get enough people in the chat tonight, I've got a pretty good giveaway that I think that anybody in the chat would want to own. And I'll share that information later. But let's talk about Minefield a little bit. Tell me, what was the percentage of FPV and what was the percentage of GPS flyers? What's the majority, Al?
Oh, well, I mean, everybody there FPV'd, but maybe 1% did not. We definitely had some interesting dynamics going on. Don't you agree, Scott? I mean, we had, trying to create some kind of organization during flying was the hardest part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any
Yeah,
crashes? Anything memorable?
There's a lot of crashes.
One vision aerial, Dustin's little whoop got run over by a car. Somebody plugged in and whited him out, and he crashed. And
Yeah.
I forgot who found the little sucker, but it was flattened out.
I think it was
bad.
Rick Williamson found it.
That's what it was. Rick Williamson
yeah.
found it, and he had just finished fixing it. I'm so sorry to share that with everybody, Dustin.
Did it have a GoPro on it too, Al?
No.
It was a small one.
Yeah. One cell battery.
Drone Rob, he lost his drone 100%. Couldn't find it.
Really?
We looked and never did find it.
What drone was it? FPV or GPS?
Yeah, it was FPV, and I want to say it was either 4 or 5 inch drone. So,
Oh, wow.
How about Barkley? He ended up losing 2, I believe, and I ended up just destroying his headlights on a scooter.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you tried to play Evil Knievel, didn't you?
That was an easy turn, Scott.
Yeah.
Well, Scott, I've been gone a couple of years since me and you met there. And when we were there, they were giving away a bunch of gifts. I don't know if you won anything on that second day.
Yeah, I think I did.
But I won this little camera, and I never really used it. It's like it's a cheaper webcam. It's not GoPro quality, but it's pretty cool. But what I like about it is it came with a watch. So the watch doesn't have time on it. It's got the start and stop recording. So I got this little mount that I found that folds up where you can adjust the mount itself. And I mounted it on there. And it's great for doing a video on a desk. Like if you're videoing something or you just want to talk and make a video. And I like it because there's no screen on the front. So when you hit play, like most of them, the screen's black out and you pray at the end of your video that it didn't cut off and you got the whole video. I like this because I can hit the button and I can hear whether or not it's doing the video or not. And I won this in the Minefield that me and you went to.
Well, that was when my coming out party, so to speak. Brad Austin was the first person I ever met. Him and D&D Ariel Keith.
Well, you can't miss him, man. He looks like a satellite because he got his cowboy hat on. He's so tall. You see him coming because he's way over the cars.
Well, not only that, he photobombs everybody. So he's in every photo.
He is quite a social butterfly, that's for
Yeah.
sure.
Well, we
But
got
you
a
know-
video here. I'm going to share. Jackrabbit's got a video up here. Let me turn this on and let's check out. Is there any audio or anything on this?
Yeah, that's actually, help me out, Al. That's Billy Tripp that actually created this. And you're talking about coming out. I mean, Billy Tripp has taken us in, and he comes out there and speaks with us and shakes our hands now. You know, that first couple of years, he was kind of shy, just like I was too.
Yeah.
But now, I mean, in this part here, he's just sitting there describing a little bit, and you don't have to play very much of it, but
Okay.
he's just describing part of it. And that's Dennis Lovelady and Rick Williamson's in the picture right there. And later on, you'll see Chris Hope. He's in there as well.
Okay. Now, is this video or is it just a picture?
Oh, I guess I have to hit. You want me to hit play? Is that how?
Yeah. Go ahead.
And I don't know. I guess I got to mute it. You want me to play?
Yeah. Turn the volume on.
Hey, Scott, when you choose the file to play, you'll have
Right.
to check the audio box.
Okay. So you're not hearing it.
No.
All right, because I hear it. All right, hold on. Let me.
Hey, audio.
Hey, I'm. This is the first time I've done this, so let me. All right, so. Do I need to start over?
Yeah.
Resend
Two
it.
boxes.
All right, hang on. Let me try to get this stopped and restart it. And so I go to present. Share screen. Share screen.
Bio break, be right back.
Okay.
Okay, I don't see where we do audio. Because he said I'd have to share the audio too.
Okay. Let me look at it and see what we got here. Let me add it to the stream here. Okay. You can go ahead from there. And when it pops up on the player itself, there should be a volume audio button on there, isn't it? Shouldn't it be, Dominique?
Yeah, but it's all the way up right now if you see it down there.
Are you sharing a file or are you sharing a tab?
Say it again?
Are you sharing it from a file?
No, I'm sharing it off of YouTube and I'm sharing a
Okay.
screen.
There should be a couple of boxes when you share.
Well, it was share screen and then I picked it and then I don't get an audio choice.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, I can try it again. Volume's on. I didn't have the volume on the first time.
Okay, maybe that.
Let me hit play and see what happens. And I'm going to turn. I can hear it. I guess you guys can't.
No.
No.
Yeah. All right. Well,
That's
I
okay.
just
commentate.
You can narrate.
so what
Yeah.
he's sitting there doing, he's actually talking about the woman up here. That's actually his wife,
Yeah.
and he has MF there. He said a lot of other people think that MF is for something else, but he said it actually means minefield. And anyway, she was an interpreter for him during some media out. So he's got interpreter spelled in there too. And then there's a psi symbol up at the top. She's a psychologist, so he put that in there for that. But he's literally just sitting there explaining his creation and what thought process he puts into it.
I wonder how the neighbors feel about all that.
Oh, they love it. I talk to everybody says, look, they own all that property there. His father owned that property before that. He told us so much this time.
Car wash and all behind it's his?
Car wash, yep. Now they sold some of it. You know, I think the grocery store they've sold. So But
Well, he can definitely weld. I'll say that.
yeah, I don't know. It's a tribute to his mother and father, and of course, he has everybody in there. He has his wife in there, has his brother. Some of the hands are of his brother and himself. And anyway, but you know, he climbs this whole thing all the time. Where you got it frozen right now, back behind that silo, those are new. There's a crane there, and then right beside it is actually that's going to be a windmill. And while we were flying, he was putting the top on it.
Oh, wow.
So
I like that old truck.
oh yeah, I tell you, everything he has is not much of anything.
Yeah.
In one of his videos, or Ken Herron's videos, he went and got a plane. The plane was sitting there, but he didn't have time to put it up. So he says that's next year's project.
Oh, wow.
But it's a good time. It's we have fun there. It's 4 times that he's had this event. So
Yeah.
but
How long does
anyway,
it take you to drive out there?
8.5 hours.
Woof.
Yeah, it's a long ride.
Yeah, I'm about maybe close to 2 hours from where I'm at in Hendersonville outside Nashville.
I left about I think about 4 o'clock in the morning, and got there about 12:30, something like that. And I don't know that I was the first one there, but I could see people showing up, and I call them the shy ones because they didn't know what to do, just like I didn't the first time. So they drive through and get a picture or something like that, and then they take off and then come back. But there's quite a few people showed up on Friday.
How many people were there, do you think?
Oh, I'd say 70, 80, 90.
Wow.
Like that. Yeah, I wish Al was here to confirm that, but I don't know. I'm a veteran now, so I don't really. I'm sitting around talking to everybody and just walking around, and of course people come and go, and I'm an early riser and love to be there early. So when
Yep.
you're there early, you're only seeing about 20 people.
Yeah.
But then you look up and it's like, holy cow, where'd all these people come from? So
Well, I'm sure the store was happy for all the business they got off of it.
yeah, I got to talk to the owner back there with the Minefield Grill, and he was telling me how helpful Mr. Billy is. He said he needed help putting an AC on top of the where his restaurant was, and Billy said, "Hold on just a second." He brought his crane around there and set it up there for him. So,
And did y'all all eat there also?
they opened it up, and yes, I know I had breakfast there and
Yeah.
coffee, and I think I snuck in there and got me some lunch too.
Well, that's
But-
great that it brought money into the local market there.
But I'm gonna tell you, next door at the grocery store, they had some fish over there that was doggone good. Actually, Brad gave me a piece of it, and I was like, wow, that was really good.
It was worth the money. It really was a good value.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that the steakhouse, actually, it was a restaurant, and there used to be a
Was it Lewis?
pharmacy.
Yeah.
Was it Gilmore's?
No, Lewis. I think it was Lewis, wasn't it? Or-
Yeah, you remember we
something
all ate in that back room? It was so nice.
Hey,
Man.
Justin, welcome in.
There was a girl there that was just waiting on us left and right, just doing an excellent job. Got done at the end of the meal, and she comes in and says, well, this is her birthday, and I think she's probably about 9 years old. And that's what she wanted to do for her birthday, was to be a waitress that day. And man, she was just outstanding. It was so great.
She served for sure, man, really well.
It was fun. We had a good time.
And then her mother gave us a kind of a, documentary of the whole place. And, we found it was a drugstore, and then her father, being the only physician in town, bought it and turned it into a restaurant. And he greeted us on the way out, remember?
I'm going to see if I can find a picture of it. So
Yeah, I
No,
don't think I took any. And they had
did. I got you, Al, matter of fact.
Oh, cool. Yeah, well, I kind of snuck away from the group. We had like 12 people laying on their lap, and they seated us in the back room with a really nice area.
You
And
talking about service? We got our food so fast. I mean, everything we needed was right there. And we were a big group. How many people do you think we were in that
it
table?
was 12 people, easy
Okay.
12. I think it was 13 overall, but
It was
Warren.
incredible.
Yeah. And the malt shop, man, there's an old style malt shop. You just sit up there and watch them make it, in the old machines where they all stainless steel. And, yeah.
We actually,
Akarasho, you weren't in here earlier, just to let you know. I've been in the hospital a little bit, so I'll get your shirt sent out to you. Been a little busy. You weren't in here earlier when I was telling everybody why I've been kind of out of a pocket for a while. Just keep an eye on your mail because it's on the way, or it will be. I need to get it sent out. I know Dominique can't. He's got another show that he's going to be on a little later, so I want to give him a minute to talk and let us know what's going on in Australia with him. I know he's been on a lot of shows with Justin, and for you guys, most of y'all are probably set up for his channel. But if you're not set up for Drone Gamer RP, connect in with him. He's got a good channel. He's kind of like ours. It's a bunch of friends that come on and talk. And Dom's on there a lot with him also.
Yep.
The people that aren't already in his channel, just click on the right button and add him to yours so you'll know it. And then Dominique, if you want to say something in the chat where people can click on yours and they can do your channel, I'm going to put your link to your channel
Yep.
in the
Thank you.
in the chat for people to see here.
Yep. Well, I'm just going to talk about the weather.
Hey, that's okay. Talk about whatever you want to talk about.
Well, it's we're in spring, so it's slowly starting to get warmer. The days are getting longer, so that makes it a lot easier to do what you need to do. Yep, I'm on various shows you can find me on. I've also, doing t-shirts and merchandise now, so you can check that out on my channel as well. So.
Hey, I had a couple of questions for you, Dominique. The World Cup was held in Australia and New Zealand. And from your perspective, how was that event?
I thought, well, considering the fact that the attendances were well up, I thought it was done pretty well. I think they made a few scheduling mistakes. Other than that, I thought it really brought a lot of people into the eastern states. And I think it's a really good thing to get specific events like that down here because we're heavily isolated from the rest of the world.
Agreed. And not only that, New Zealand, right? What an influence there, too, right? Winning their first World Cup game. And, Australia going deep into the, knockoff phase was a big deal. Yeah, it was. I think it definitely inspired a lot of young ladies to play.
Oh, just hope it continues and it's not. Oh yeah, we enjoyed that, and then just the drop off. I hope that doesn't happen, and I hope that filters
I don't
down.
think so, Dominique, because of the fact that the pipeline for Australian women's soccer players is big. I mean, they have a huge pipeline, not as big as the U.S., but they have a pretty big one. Because if you look at the players from Australia's national team that play in England, or not just in England, in Europe, I should say, because a lot of them a couple of them playing in Spain too.
Yeah,
and it's just unbelievable, right? Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea, huge names, and Everton, and so, and it's kudos.
I would think with the other thing is because we've got many other women's sports down here. We've got soccer, which people call football. We've got our own Australian rules football. We've got rugby league, and we've got our own versions of other. We've got netball as well. And netball, the Australian Diamonds actually won their World Cup. So that was another really good thing about it. So the four major sports that are played here, hopefully it filters through to that and people will get around them and start watching them because I'm a big fan of those sports as well.
Did you say netball?
Netball, yes.
What is that? I've never heard of that before.
I'm with you there.
How do we explain netball?
Basketball?
It's a similar style, but you have to move the ball, and you can't move while you're throwing. So you have to stand, throw the ball to the next person, and then so on and so forth down the court.
Is this an Aborigine sport or?
No, played in England. I think it's more a Commonwealth sport, actually. So I'm
Really?
pretty sure it's played in England. I think it's in Canada, New Zealand. I think it's just a Commonwealth sport. You can look it up on Google or YouTube and check it out, because that's one of our main sports.
Make a video. Make us a video with your drone. We want to see it.
Yeah. Now we have four main sports, and some of them are played at different times of the year. And each of the four main sports has a women's offshoot.
Wait a minute. Let me digress back to net sport.
Yeah.
How does it end? I mean, where does the net come into play?
The net is at the very end of the court, and if you get to a certain point, you can have a shot. But there is also a goalkeeper standing there with their hand up, and you've got to put it over their hand to get into the goal line.
Interesting.
Yeah, we'd have to see that to understand that, I believe.
Yeah, it's actually found on YouTube.
Okay.
It's very similar to basketball, Marcel.
There you go.
I like to watch Australia rugby. That's
Rugby,
real football there. Yeah.
But there's two versions of rugby. You've got rugby league and rugby union.
Well, I saw the football where the girls are playing in the bikinis. What's that called?
I know, man. They're serious about it too. They play hard.
They got them G-strings on and they're running.
Man, I would not want to pick a fight with one of those ladies.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, guys, we got a couple of videos we're gonna show, and also I've got two products I want you guys to see, just to be aware of some stuff that I've been using here. As y'all know, I'm here in the U.S. I come over and use my brother's computer shop during the day. We've been doing some stuff. Well, probably about 2.5 years ago, I crashed my Air 2, and Al took the camera out, and I had come back later and made a video. And of course, when we're working on the drones, sometimes we don't have the right screwdrivers. We had to go out and buy one specific driver to actually make it work. So I had found a kit that I really liked that I'd done a video on, and a lot of people had bought that kit over the last 2 years. And I had an Amazon link on there where I sold it. I'm not selling this one. I don't make money off the link or anything that I'm giving y'all. But a company sent me one similar to it that's an upgrade. And this has got every bit. It doesn't have Phillips flat and then the odd ones you never see. It's got torque security with a hole in the middle. It's a 136 piece set, and it actually comes with another little package on the side. And in here, it's got, which I thought was cool, a demagnetizer. So in the square, you can put a screwdriver or screws and it magnetizes it, or you can put it on the top and it'll take it off. We use these here in the store to work on computers. I've used it on one of my drones. All the stuff is in this little kit. And I've got a link that I'll give y'all that they sent me with a promo code. I'll put it in the chat. And it looks like this. So it's got everything in it that you need in there. So tonight at the end of the show, I'm going to give this one away to somebody. Now, here's what I'm going to do. I can't ship this out of the country. So if you win and you're out of the country, I cannot send you one until I get back to Thailand, because I've got boxes of them there that they've shipped me. So, but if anybody's interested or anything like that, please let me know. If you win and you're out of the country, like Dominique, I can send you stuff quick from where I'm at in Thailand, but I'll be here for several more weeks before I'll go back. So other than that, if you're in the U.S., I'll get it shipped out this week, and you'll have it by the first of this next week. Let me see what we got here. Let me grab the link for it. Actually, I think I've actually got it in here. Let me find it. Here's the link right there. And then you can use the promo code TravelTech with a capital T, and you'll get a discount on. It's a cool toolkit because I bought them and spent $30 or $40 on the kits. They've been junk. You go to tighten up a screw, they break, they don't work. So I will. I'll take this and let me just drop this in the chat. And like I said, this is just so y'all know what other people have been using. I like the kit. It's a good deal. It's a good deal on the kit. The company's been really good about sending us stuff out, but I just wanted to share that. And I also have about 100 of them coming to me, so I will be giving some of them away. Don't let that keep you from buying one from them. But anyway, Amazon does have it. So other than that, let's get on and look and see what videos we have here. Let's see. We're going to start off with, this is going to be Ross's. Let me share my screen. And this is from Australia here. So make sure y'all can all hear this.
Yeah.
I wish I knew how to do that.
It's really pretty.
Cross-line.
That's neat.
Hey, Robbie, is there a way you can enlarge the display and get rid of the metrics? There you go.
Yeah, AZ Drummond wants a discount code too if you have one.
I wonder how far out he is when he's doing that.
Those are killer whales.
Ralph always gets some really good shots.
Yeah. And you guys know this is not a DJI. Ross is flying it.
It must be uphill, right?
Yep, absolutely.
You said all tail?
Yes. Wow.
Man, drones are amazing. I love
They
them.
really.
I
They
know.
really are.
Perspective, right? Everything shifts.
You know, one of the questions I have, how far away do you know where Ross is compared to where you're at, Dominique?
He's in Queensland, so that's about 12 to 1,300 miles away.
Wow. So he's evidently on the ocean side. Is there an
Yeah.
ocean where you're at?
Yep. Australia's one coastline.
Okay. I didn't know if you live like towards the ocean or more in the we call jungle area in the middle.
No, I live in the suburban Melbourne, and we've got a bay next to us. About 20-minute. Port Phillip Bay is about 20 minutes from me, and that's a very large bay that goes into the Bass Strait, which is the main ocean between us and Tasmania.
Okay.
He'd be more up towards Queensland, which is the top of the east coast, and he'd probably be more on the trying to think. Is that no? That'd be the.
Well, he lives in a really pretty area, and
Yeah.
and you know if you
So
anybody
I'd say that was either he's either been far north Queensland or further down towards the New South Wales Queensland border, but it's a whole coast. It's the whole east coast.
Well, you know, if Ross is flying, it's going to be an Autel if he's doing a video. That's primarily what he does, and that's kind of good because we all fly DJI, so it's hard to compare
It's also
an Air 2S to an Air 2S.
Well, talking about videos, let me just share my screen. I'll show you what I was talking about. Windows, this one, yeah. Okay.
Jackrabbit, I put the promo code Travel Tech in there for anybody that wants that kit. They're at Amazon, so you'll have it in like 2 days.
to Warren, I'll explain. 86% of people in Australia live on the coast.
Oh, wow.
Is there anything in between?
Yeah, there's a lot of red dust.
All right, Minefield 2023. We have John Coopy's wife there, Mrs. Coopy's there, and I cannot tell you who else is there. Oh, yeah.
Dustin's up there.
Dustin's up there.
Joe's
up there. Who's this wearing the goggles?
That's the clubhouse?
No. Yeah, it was there when you were there. That was right above that boat.
Yeah.
No. So
we got sound out?
No sound. It's just video. And this is the Nano Plus. It's the Autel product. Yeah, there's Joe.
there's somebody else coming up there too. There's a drone in the picture.
Yeah.
There's probably a lot. As it zooms out, if we looked around, there's probably a lot of them flying.
I was a carbon dealer at this one. Joe Fodolito had never flown a carbon fiber drone.
That's right.
So I sacrificed my drone to let him fly to see what it was really like to fly FPV.
And there's the Minefield too. And you have so many different places you can get into here. I freaking smashed one of my lessons coming out of the hole.
Uh-oh.
And
there was a few broke drones too, yeah.
Let me see what it looks like. Do I have a picture? See if I can share something. Okay. This is straight up look down shot of Minefield. And it's growing. And everything he has here definitely is functional. He has his crane, and did you fly through that silly airplane he had? Oh, that must have been it. 6 seconds. Well, never mind, Robbie.
Yeah, I didn't. I really didn't. I flew the day before. I flew my Air 2S. I never flew FPV. I did last year, and I did it the day before because there were so many people getting knocked out of the air. And there was a lot of people wanting to fly too, so I ended up just kind of chatting with everyone instead. My goal was really to get Joe Fodolito to fly. I wanted him to fly FPV the real way, and I think I got him hooked.
Well, he was supposed to flow mine when we were down in Florida for the South Florida Drone Meetup, but I had it all set up waiting for him, and then I don't know what happened. Did he break it? Yeah, I think he broke it.
Oh, he broke his?
He was doing a power loop, and he came down, sat on the back, and busted out one or both of his back legs.
Let's look at our next video. This next video is Jackie Akers, Backpack Jack. Let's see what she's got going on here.
Hueva Negra.
Again, Robbie, hit that enlarge button.
Yep. Excellent.
Looks like a tree. What a stupid formation. How weird is that?
She does great on her editing of her videos.
You flying that? Oh.
And you know what she's flying. You can hear it.
Oh, you didn't hit something then, I don't know. Have you got GPS in there? Right, you take off mine. Try a bit more out in the open, eh?
Well, what seclusion it seems like she's flying in out there.
Mm.
That's so cool.
I wonder what was chasing that, guys.
Well, I'm going to bid you a farewell, and thanks for the invite, Robbie.
Hey, thanks, Dom. We appreciate you, and we'll have you on again soon.
See you, Dominic.
Bye-bye.
Tom, it's good to see you.
Yep, same to you, Jack.
So y'all saw Jackie's FPV. What do you think was following that, Al? Another Avata, or you think a DJ FPV, or what?
Another Avata.
Yeah, maybe another Avata. Well, it's in the, you know when they're flying it, you can hear it. You know what it is when you hear it.
It was pretty whiny.
We had a few Avatas at Minefield as well. So
Yeah, more than two in the air really costs a lot of headaches for us.
Yeah.
I've got,
I got wiped out 3 times.
oh wow.
White out. And
Next video is Lee Bessing.
Oh, cool.
Let's see what we got with Lee here. Well, hold on, guys. Let me get her playing first. Lee's got some good footage that he puts out.
Yeah, Lee loves to fly.
Oh wow. Was that dolphins?
Yeah. That's what it looks like. Big one. Boy, just loving it. You see any more in front of it? Just 2.
There's 3 of them.
I think there's more than that in the whole pod. two big old tugboats.
It sounds like you hear a chopper or something there. Hear it?
Yep. Man, that's cool.
That is super.
Wow.
That's what I love about a drone. Put it right there beside it. How else could you get that close to that boat?
That's right.
Yeah.
You know, go ahead, Al.
And look at all the supporting, other structures there that just kind of, you get a different perspective of.
I think that what's so neat about flying the drone and y'all have all experienced. We know around where we live, we've been everywhere. We don't really get lost. But when you get up on a drone and you see something new that your brain and your mind's not seen before, and you look at it from a different aspect, it makes you realize, wow, it's a lot. We're in a lot bigger area than we thought we were.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's really cool to capture just the little moments, because how many times have we flown and then brought the video home and edited? Me and Al, when I first started flying and he was teaching me, we flew over the James River in Richmond, and fire and rescue from Chesterfield was out there. And one of the guys, they ran into a rock, and it threw the guy out, the rescue guy.
Oh, wow.
Me and Al had no idea till we got home with Robbie's like, Al's like, check this footage out. He brought it up, and sure enough, the guy had flown out of the little watercraft that they were in doing training.
Yeah, they have these like Zodiac inflatables, and there's 3 of them in there, and the guy in the back. And actually, just 2 in training, and they got front. And man, that guy hit that rock trying to get up that rapids, and that guy went flat. I think he hit his head, man.
Yeah, I think you're right. But Al found that, and then when Al lost his Skydio, I just happened to be flying my drone near his, and I had video proof that it really went down in the water. So when he went to them, he had something to go with, because we were flying. So it's amazing what little stuff pops up in the picture that you don't normally realize.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Until the edit mode.
You get that big screen. Oh, that's actually us eating. And that little girl back there in the back, she's the one that was serving. It was her birthday. And this man right here, Mr. Rodney Bell, actually picked up the check for all of us.
Oh, wow, that was nice.
So I think you guys know this gentleman right here, Mr. Al Duran.
Yeah.
But this is what it's all about. You go to these meetups and get to sit around and talk with each other, and it's just a good time. So,
yeah, it really is.
Yeah, and that's the mother of this daughter right here, and I think she, correct me, Al, was she the owner's? Oh, I don't know. She was a granddaughter.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Owner's granddaughter. I think her daughter is the one that gives us that documentary.
Yeah.
Kind of escort trip. Anyway, she told us the history of this place and how it became what it is today. And there was a showcase there of all the medicine, little gear, and paraphernalia that her father had collected over the years. Not only that, but used.
Yeah.
So it was really, 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 powerful. Like home, you're in their home. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was in displays as you walked out.
Oh,
we
wow.
had Rodney Bell here, Chris Hope, Dennis Lovelady, Joe Fodolito, Bob Casey. That's Michael Wright, the bald head. That's not my bald head. And then Rick Williamson right here. Rick is really coming out, and he was always there, but he's always quiet, and he'd be standing there listening to everything. Well, he's starting to chat and cut up and have a good time too. So he's fun.
We had Rick on the Duranified channel as the guest, and we had a really good conversation.
I watched that. I saw.
Yeah, thank you for doing that. Yeah, so I agreed. Rick is definitely an asset to the community, so we need it.
Oh, he actually gave his DJI FPV to. Oh, I'm not supposed to say.
It wasn't
to this gentleman right here, which is Joe Fodolito, he had just wrecked his. and
again.
And Rick,
Again.
he snuck over there and said, "Hey, Joe, I got something for you." So I'm sitting there trying to serve him carbon fiber and get him on the carbon fiber. And I said, "Oh, good, he broke his drone."
You know what? I need to make him one. Just send it to him. A 5-inch slammer.
Well, Mel gave him one, but
good.
it's a smaller drone. It's he wants to freestyle, and it was a racing drone. And I don't think the frame's big enough to really hold
It's not going to hold him up. You need a 6mm frame, 5 minimum.
He needs something a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
I've got a Catalyst Machine Works frame, and I thought about just donating that to him, and he'll have to put the other parts to it. But
Hey, guess what, Scott? Check this out. Hang on, let me get this.
You know, with all of us knowing each other, most everybody in here, we all know each other and know of. We very rarely meet somebody that's new. And I actually met someone from Virginia. He's in Colonial Heights, Al.
Oh,
And,
that's cool.
So I told him, I said, when I come back, I'm going to call you and I'm going to introduce you to Al and the guys up in Virginia and we can all go fly. He had no idea of any of the shows that we're on. Didn't know any of us.
This has become a gimmick for me and Barkley and Ken Hoffbauer. Place it here. He was at another meetup, and I had never met Barkley before, and he shows up, "Hey, Ken told me to give you something." and this is it. So now every time he sees me, doesn't matter where I'm at, this is what I get. So
it's like rubbing the Buddha.
Luckily enough, I was freshly clean at this time. So later on, it may not have been so nice. That's Eric. Eric Marvel.
E-drone.
Yeah, E-drone. That's what I was trying to remember his channel. But he was there. He came from Philadelphia. Isn't that right? From Pennsylvania,
he's good
anyway.
also. Correct.
Yeah, he flew in. He had an Insta360 Go. Is that it? The little one with the white and the little camera. You had the Go, but it was just the little camera. But this one now is the new one where you can actually put it in something like a
it's
GoPro.
It's not the Go 2, it's something else.
I think it's Go 3. I think it's the Go 3 now.
It's a Go 3.
But you can actually pop that thing out, which is the little oval thing that I know Al had it because I saw him at Spin Up with it. And that thing will keep videotaping, and then he can pop it right back into it. Now he's got a little bit bigger camera. He did an entire vlog with it, and man, that thing did an excellent job too. It was a sharp picture.
Wow.
But he was walking around with this thing using it. So
Al, you got something to show here?
Yeah, enlarged disc. Scott, you might recognize this one.
Yeah, absolutely. You got the old air unit in it.
Yeah, but what frame is that?
Hold it up a little bit higher.
I don't have the top on it, so it doesn't give it away. But look at the arm structure up front. It is a 5-inch. It's a Catalyst machine.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
That's
Come on,
that's my main ride is the Catalyst Machine Works. Is that a band guide or is it one of the other ones?
Yeah, the band guide.
Yeah.
Fly Zone knew it. Welcome in. Let's watch one more video and then we're gonna have the giveaway. And this last video is Gary Sullivan.
All right, Gary, what you got, buddy? In Connecticut. You think he's going to fly it in?
This is landing launching pad.
We got FPV, man. Hit it.
I think he does. I think he does fly. He doesn't land, but it looks like he's going to land in a minute. I think I viewed it earlier.
I like the one when he's flying and he got mooned.
Huh. Got a wedding or something going on top?
Wow, he's close. Ooh.
Wow, yeah.
I would stay away from those.
That was a pucker moment.
Exactly. Pucker 9.
Replay. I know, because a lot of times they have a lot of cables, holding those structures up. Everybody's done it, flown by a couple times, and you go, oh my gosh, did I just see what I just saw? Like a cable just went right past you,
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes it's not good not to see those cables.
Yeah, forget about it. I never saw it.
Absolutely.
La, 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 la.
Well,
Didn't
look,
see
guys,
that.
and I know the FPV guys will be all over this because they need tools because they've actually built these drones. Us GPS guys, we just replace a couple parts. So this is the kit we're going to be giving out. It's 136 piece. It's got everything you need in it to work on it. Everything is in here for you. And we're going to get that mailed out. So what we're going to do, instead of doing the little spinner thing like the Price is Right that everybody uses on there, we're going to pick a number between 1 and 30 and put it in the chat. And Jackrabbit and Al, y'all see the number because it's in the private chat. So as soon as y'all see it, call it so we don't lose and give it to the wrong person. And you can only put a number in once, not multiple times, guys.
They're getting close. They're getting close.
Be quiet, Al.
30, nope. Cold. 39, Uncle Bill.
Is Uncle Bill in there?
Yeah, Uncle Bill meant to say 69. Yep. Catskill Brad said 12.
Y'all probably going to have to put another number in because there's not enough people in the chat.
Yeah.
No one's going to win it, so go ahead but just make sure you don't put multiple numbers in
Well,
there.
I could give something away. Catskills Brad was really close.
Yep.
That was a big hit, guys.
So was Off Axis.
Yep, so was Off Axis. AZ, cat high. There it is.
I see it.
There it is. Catskills Brad won it right there.
Everybody's getting it now.
Yeah, damn, they all got it. Catskills, Gary Bauer.
Yeah, Catskills was it.
See, that was a lot more fun than putting in the new number, man.
Yeah, it is.
We got him to the kill.
I'm going to put an email address in here. Catskills, send me.
There you go, Warren. It's
Send me
rigged.
the name and the address to send it to.
Hey, did y'all hear? Actually, Akira Show's actually going to come to one of these lives. He's going to come to one of these events, and he's going to be George. so nobody knows he's there because he doesn't want to be seen, or he doesn't want. So if George ever comes around, you know it's a Akira Show.
just don't call yourself Boy George. That's for sure.
Send it into that email address, Catskills, and we'll get it packaged up and sent out to you. So look, I know sometimes when we show stuff and we put stuff on here, these guys give us this stuff. They don't just give it to us to keep for ourselves, and we do give it away. So when I do show something like this, even though it's like having to watch a freaking commercial through there, keep in mind they're giving us this product free to give away. So I know it's hectic having to listen to some of the stuff sometime, but look, Catskills got him a free $30 kit and didn't have to pay anything for it, even the shipping. So, it's not that we're trying to promote everything, But when we do find good things that are out there, we definitely want to share it between us, because I've learned more and bought more stuff that Al's recommended when I started all this that I would have never bought the right thing. I'd have probably bought the wrong thing 3 or 4 times. So we just try to pass on what we've seen. A lot of you guys have bought stuff from StartRc, which is a great company. They make a lot of stuff. And I've had a couple of people ask me on these hard cases what the sides are for.
That's true, Robbie, because I'm fixing to go on a trip, and
Well, I tell you what I thought it was. I thought it was something, Al, like, because you work for Dell, when they put the computers on the desk, they got one of these, they put a lock in so the computer doesn't come off the case.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you why people are confused what it is. When they ship this, when StartRc ships this from Amazon to you guys, it comes in a big brown box. You get in such a hurry to get this box out and throw the other one away, you forget something that's in the bottom of the box. It's called a shoulder strap.
oh wow.
That would be good.
So if you'll look at the shoulder strap, see how it's shaped like this? So when you open the case up, and you lift it open here, the shoulder strap actually locks down in this notch right here, and there's your shoulder strap.
That's your point.
Right. And the good thing about this is, some people may think, I don't want the shoulder strap, but Al, me and when we take several drones out downtown Richmond to fly them, we can't get our hands around the handle of 2 of them together because it's too big to do that. So if you look in the bottom of your box when you get your StartRc case, you'll find this in the bottom of it. And for some reason, if you order a case through StartRc and that's not in the bottom of the box, contact me and I'll have them send you a strap to go in the case, because it is popular. So this is the my Mini 3 that I've got in here. And I'll tell you guys, if you've got the smart controller for the Mini 3 or just the controller for the Air 2S, the smart controller, this little sun shield right here protects this thing so well and lifts up. And it's on StartRC's website where you can buy one. I think this is probably one of the coolest tools.
I thought that was cool too.
Because, everybody always asks on the bottom of the smart controller, Robbie, what's those holes for? I don't think anybody really has an answer, but StartRc made this where it locks on and then it screws in here with these little notches. This really is a great tool. I'm really happy with the stuff that they put out. I've used some stuff from Sunny and some of the other companies that make stuff, but even the lanyard, the aluminum they use for the lanyards here to put on here, it's got this here, and then they make a double side. Of course, it's not authentic leather, but it's cushion that fits on it. But look at the fittings that are on this.
Yeah, it's nice.
And I don't have no codes for these guys, but I just wanted to share it because I have had several people ask me on the case. Y'all have all seen these cases reviewed, and a lot of times they don't show you what that piece is for, number one. And the biggest thing that I haven't seen in very many previews when they do these things, which I've already made a video but haven't edited it, how waterproof is this case? So this weekend I'm going to put a video out and show you how waterproof this case actually is from StartRc, and you'll be shocked because it's not an expensive case.
Don't let it float away.
Exactly. Hey, I hooked a rope to it, and when I was putting it out, I told my brother, I was like, we should do a test and do it. And he goes, well, don't put the drone in there. I said, well, what I'll do is throw it out, pull it back in, and put the drone in it. We were joking about it. But actually, as long as you remove the foam where the stuff sits down low, it is waterproof. Now, if you just put the stuff on top and don't mind a little pressure on the top, it may not be waterproof because there is some tension in the closing of it. But StartRc is on the good track. I think what I like about them best is they communicate with us when we want something made or need something. And even before they have a product ready, like before the Air 3 case came out, they already showed a picture of it being made and said it's on the way to the U.S. to Amazon. So that's pretty nice to have people that when something comes out, we know that they're going to have something for us to buy as far as accessories, because I don't mind buying the DJI stuff, but there's a huge price difference between the DJI stuff and the accessories companies. And if we don't support the local accessory companies to buy stuff, we got to pay like top dollar for the name brand stuff.
All right.
And that's all I got to say about that, guys.
Okay.
Well, I think it's 7 o'clock, and I think excuse me. Yeah, our time is different than yours, Al. Thanks, Scott. Our time, I'm an hour behind Al, and me and Al used to be on the same time. So when I put this one out this time, I was off an hour, and Scotty called. Scotty texted me and said, "Robbie, is your clock right? Because it looks like it's going to be 8 o'clock you're going on." And I had to go back and check out Al's time and reset it in order to do that. We had a pretty good show, though. This is the first show me and Al have had in, what, a month, Al, or over a month?
Yeah, it's been a while.
And we had about 17, almost 18 people in here for the first back to normal live stream. So we'll try to give away some stuff each week when we come on here. And keep in mind, the vendors do give us this stuff. So there is going to be a time where we have to like show the product and stuff like that to appease the vendors. But hey, you guys are, we try to pass the stuff they give us on to y'all, unless they send us to me or Al. Usually keep one of them.
Well, you said it, Robbie. You got to be consistent. So
yeah, exactly. And it's hard because me and Al need to both be here, and I've been absent from being able to do this. But right now, my health is holding up perfect. I'm healing better. Things are good. So Al will do his show next Thursday night, and then the following week, World Drone Community will be back again. So I'm going to put a link up here, and I'm pretty sure that most of you guys are already part of our Facebook group for World Drone Community. If you're not, join, because we're going to be putting some surveys out on here and Facebook both, asking you guys, like, what are the accessories that you buy first when you get your new drone? Because what we're trying to do is work with the accessories companies and say, hey, look, this new drone's coming out. Everybody's wanting ND filters. We're trying to give them some heads up on what to send us to give out to you guys, because we don't want to give out something that y'all don't want. It's a waste of everybody's time. So join the World Drone Community group in through that, and then we're going to be giving away some other stuff. I've got some StartRc shirts. I've got some new shirts from World Drone Community, and me and Al will probably give away some Duranify and Travel Tech stuff too, shirts as it goes on. I printed up the logos. We just haven't put them on any shirts yet.
Oh, cool.
Mark just brought something up there. God Bless America was in the hospital with a triple bypass. He had a triple. And he got out of the hospital Saturday. I've actually was communicating with him back and forth. I didn't say much because I didn't know how much, but he came out and pretty much told everyone. But I see where, Mark R. White just said, hey, it's nice seeing Ronnie back. So anyway, you know what, is that? Yeah, that's Australian. What's he say? Australian the other night. He seems to be recovering. Yeah, he told me. I actually had just communicated with him. He wanted to know how to get the South Florida Drone Meetup, and I was giving the hotel area and where we meet and everything we do. And then he went quiet, and he came back to me about 2 or 3 days and said, man, I had a life-changing event, triple bypass surgery. And so I kept it quiet for a couple of days, and he told me I could tell Dennis Lovelady, and he finally, I was communicating with him on Saturday, and he was actually getting released, and he came on Sunday and actually told everybody what was going on. So,
well,
but it was real good to see
keep him in our prayers, and
Absolutely.
anybody else that y'all have that have those issues. Because I mean, guys, it's the brotherhood of the drone guys is us. We have to be there for each other.
There's Greg Harley FPV.
Yeah, Greg, you missed the giveaway, buddy. We'll have it again in 2 weeks on the next show. And I had told everybody to make sure that you join the World Drone Community Facebook group. We have a chat built in there now where we can chat just like on on Facebook. And it's pretty neat because that way everybody can go in there and type what they want. And then if we're out eating or coming home or whatever, we get notified and we can share information better. So that's something we added to the World Drone community this last week. And we've had several people use it. So please feel free to use it. And also fill out the surveys that me and Al are going to be putting out about different stuff, like what accessories, what's the next drone you're interested in, because we try to work with some of the manufacturers that give us stuff and see what happens there.
Warner's saying it was rigged.
Of course he is.
He's telling Harley FPV, don't worry about it. It was rigged.
Hey, Mark, let me tell you this. When Scotty from Scotty Make Stuff sent me the Mini 3 stuff, and he'd sent me other stuff to show in the giveaway, I didn't realize that in Thailand, it's not like the U.S. We buy crap from China and it shows up at her door. So my wife calls me and she said, hey, the post office just called me and there's some stuff from Australia that they say I got to come pick up. And I said, well, just go pick it up. And she came through the door kind of shaking her head. And I was like, what's wrong? And she goes, I had to pay tax on it. I'm like, what do you mean? She said, yeah, in Thailand, when stuff comes from Australia, they don't pay the tax. You got to pay it. And it probably costs more than the products did that he sent us. So, but sending out into Australia, I'm not sure. So if we do send you something in Australia, we will pay we'll pay the tax for you. I have sent stuff out to Ireland, and when I've sent it out, I paid the tax where they haven't had to pay it, shirts and stuff, and they've gotten them. So just a bit of information there. Okay, guys. Well, look, we're going to run. I think we're just over what we started off to do. Keep an eye on World Drone Community. Keep an eye on the surveys, everything we put out. And we'll see you guys in 2 weeks for the next show.
Good night, everybody.
See you
Thanks for
guys.
joining, Scott. Appreciate it, man.